All right, so today I want to talk about something that absolutely drives me crazy. And that is the amateurs that decide that they want to go to the pros. They want to step up their game. They want to elevate, but they prefer the idea of elevating instead of preferring to do the work that will get them there. I have a client right now who is a perfect example of that and is driving me crazy. This person is significantly younger than me. They came to me for advice, both personal, business, mindset, habits, health, etc. I give this person the blueprint. They're not overcoming any specific struggle. They're not overcoming any significant challenge in life. They just can't seem to get their shit together. And it's driving me crazy that I continue to give them the blueprint, but they don't listen. If you go to someone, you pay them many thousands of dollars for their advice, their time, their energy, their commitment. They give you said advice, energy, time, and commitment, and then you promptly ignore it. What does that make you? I think that makes you crazy. But I'm convinced that most people, not most, but a lot of people do this. We have a portfolio company that's in the education tech space, and half of our clients that buy our product, an education product, don't ever finish it. And that's a very good statistic compared to the industry average. What I don't fully understand is why would somebody decide, okay, I'm going to do this and then not do it? And what seems to work, and I try to be some finesse, I try to be deliberate in the way I communicate. I try to be empathetic to someone's situation. And every time I take that approach, they don't do anything. I have to yell at this person. I have to scream. I have to, in some cases, verbally abuse people into doing the things that they have paid me to tell them to do, which blows my mind. And if you want to operate it at the top level, like this person does, they have promised me, they have signed on the dotted line that they're willing to do what it takes. They want to elevate. They want to operate at that high level, that professional level. And in business, it is my opinion that people who are very, very good at what they do and run successful businesses that deliver at a high level, that create a lot of impact, that bring a lot of meaning and purpose to the owners of that business and the employees of that business, they behave in a manner that is consistent with that of a professional athlete. And what this young man refuses to do is to treat himself as if he is a professional athlete. He believes that he can go to sleep whenever he wants. He can all-nighters. He doesn't need to invest in his fitness. He doesn't need to invest in nutrition. And he refuses to follow my protocol. When I noticed he was doing this, I said, pick a sport. Give me your favorite sport. Soccer, football is the preferred term. And so I said, okay, fine. You want to play on the team with Cristiano Ronaldo, right? You want to be among the best in the world. Are you going to go out and stay up all night? Are you going to go out partying? Are you going to show up late for training? Are you going to miss training like he has missed coaching calls in the past because you were too busy out the night before? Or instead, let's say you're not going out partying. Would you stay up all night training? Or is it more important for you to get your rest, stick to a schedule? Because the problem is when you stay up all night and you miss your training, your schedule is thrown off. And when your schedule is thrown off, you are unproductive. And so for that moment in time at night, maybe you get an extra 2 or 3 hours of productivity. I'd argue most people are not highly productive during that hour. But let's say you get ahead by 2 hours. Well, the problem is you've slept through the whole day. So I've woken up at 5 a.m. I started at 5. I'm already blowing past you, and we're only one day in. So if you repeat this cycle over the period of months, years, you're going to be so far behind, it's not even funny. And that's why this person is getting nowhere. That's why people are blowing past them. That's why they're not ready to step up to the big leagues. Instead, they prefer to talk. And so what people need is direct communication. They need the blueprint that is going to get them to where they need to be, both mentally, physically, as a leader, and then they can focus on improving the business outcomes. Because at that point, only after they have solved those problems, will they actually be ready to compete at that level. Because the people they are competing against at that level are extremely high performers. They are taking their personal health seriously. They are deliberate in their behavior. They are intentional in the actions that they take to grow. And so instead of falling in love with the idea, one must fall in love with the process, because it's not necessarily the outcome that is going to bring you fulfillment. It is the process of evolving and becoming a better human that is going to continue to allow you to sustain that high level of activity. And so the takeaway for me is a quote by Aristotle that I live by. And that is, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act. Instead, it's a habit. And that is the blueprint that I try to lay out for the people that I work with. And it absolutely works. I went from overweight, out of shape, depressed, anxious, drinking too much, unproductive. I've overcome all of that. Oh, by the way, I went to prison, lost a fortune in the process, lost a reputation, lost a sense of self. And I have completely rebuilt that, all of those things, and then some. And yet this individual who has not experienced any level of challenge remotely close to what I have overcome, and they continue to ignore that advice. And the key here is to find that system, to take that system and apply it in our lives every single day. And therefore, it will become a habit and it will become who you are. It will bring you to that next level, to the big leagues where you want to be. Thank you.